I don't like that they say we can't talk about God and we can't talk about politics in school. That should rub us the wrong way. We should find a way in politics to change that whole ideology. Because I don't want to understand me. God is dead in the minds of people, right? So it's not that God is dead. There's no taqwa going on.
Yeah.
Right? There's no God consciousness going on.
Remembrance of God.
In remembrance of God. What is a slow process you think we got to partake in to make sure we remind kids of God in the school without it being religious? You know, what is the step, and what is the thing you think we have to teach them?
I hate to be this person, but
come on, bro.
We were just talking about it before. It's an agenda. Like if you introduce God to these kids, you can't talk about elemental P no more. These kids, when they grow up, they're not going to be participating in the lottery. They're not going to be participating in drugs, alcohol, tobacco, all those stuff that makes this economy go. If you introduce God into them and introduce righteousness into them, and they start to get interested and they learn about God, they learn about Scripture, they learn about the things that's good for them and healthy for them, and the thing that's supposed to do, the economy going to crumble, and they don't want that. They don't want that. If you teach a kid at a young age what's right or wrong, and they grow up with that mindset, and this economy, everything that makes this economy, like if you think of everything that makes America go, the adult film industry, entertainment, alcohol, drugs, all that stuff that make the economy go, if you teach these kids at a young age about God, who gonna be indulgent in that? Nobody. And I think it's a bigger agenda going on here. There's a reason why they say don't talk about God in school. You know what I mean? Like, so. I think that also forces us to think of new areas of. Now we're in a point where you remember the Jahil period where the world was not moving until the Quran came and it started to expand. We're back in that period now. Yeah. We're back in that period where the minds of men hasn't been expanding, and we have to learn how to deep into a higher consciousness. Like I was listening to, shout out to Street Economics, and y'all got to tap into that network, because that network is it's really all about consciousness. It's all about financial consciousness. It's about developing civilization, real world and digital. So shout out to my brother Don out there, Don 600, Street Economics. But they were having a conversation in the library, or it was in a coffee shop, and they were having an activity. And the brothers were talking about thinking of new ways of entertainment. I said, ooh. And it has to be entertainment that actually forces us to think, forces us to have a higher discipline, forces us to have a higher focus, forces us to enjoy family life, forces us to, I haven't got all my words up for that, but it just forces us in this new realm that we have not thought of, right? And I think that needs to be out there a little bit more. We need to, because people are creative as hell, bro. Yeah. Bro, there's some human beings, brother, they are amazing as hell. Wallahi, human beings are amazing. And I want people to know that. We need to start thinking like that. So entertainment just don't become about filth. It becomes about having a higher consciousness. Yeah. You know, it becomes about penetrating the mind, you know. So I don't know what you want to say about that. But I think of it like this, right? Like, do you know why private schools don't get funded from the government?
They don't get funded? Why not?
What do most private schools have?
Oh, Christianity. Religion.
They teach you religion.
Yeah.
So private schools don't get funded from the government.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Because if you get funded from the government, you have to follow their curriculum and you have to teach exactly what they tell you to do.
Oh, shoot. We need more private schools.
So the thing about it is, yeah, we can say that, but how people like us in our community is going to afford to
have access to that?
To pay for that, have access to that. Are they even private schools in our communities?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like.
That's why I really think we got to learn how to change the policies.
That too, but the thing is America has adopted that ideology from way back when with that separation of church and state.
They have, but that doesn't. But hold on, let's talk about that.
So separation of church and state means because back then the church influenced everything. Everything was ran through the church.
It was.
The church influenced everything. The laws, everything.
That's what made them change that.
Exactly. So what the thing was, the separation of church and state means the church has no longer can influence society. Gotcha. Can't influence elections. Can't influence the laws. Nothing.
So what if okay, I need help. I want you to guide me here. What if we create our own, like what if we buy our own land and built our own school there, and had a group of like just a couple families come there? Is that possible? Because I'm assuming it's possible.
I mean, you see, that's what Dr. Umar trying to do.
The word.
You see, and he didn't even build the school. He bought a school, remodeled it.
Yeah, he sure did.
And that's what he's trying to do. And you see how long school's still not open. Yeah. People saying he's scamming, he's doing this. But he building a school that's not funded by the government, and he only building it off of black money.
Yeah.
So and
that's limited.
It's limited resources. So it's like, someone's trying to do it, but like what the community is saying about him, he's scamming. The school ain't never gonna open. He taking our money. He eating a donation for himself. But it's just like, like. For that to be possible, like, we got to come together. I feel like it's not enough unity. It's not enough, if it's, let's all put in money to go on a Carnival cruise to the Bahamas. Everybody putting in money for that.
That's the crazy. It's the consumer mentality.
But it's, like we even talked about it the first few episodes, the African parents. If you tell them, let's put in money for this baby shower, this wedding, but they put up bands. You know what I mean? But then when it's something that, has
actual potential
to grow and something.
That's why we got to change the minds.
Yeah.
We have to change the way people think. That's why when you look at like Earn Your Leisure, I don't know if you guys watch Earn Your Leisure, that was like their main thing. Change the way you thought about money, the way you thought about purchasing, to stop being not essentially stop being a consumer, but be less of a consumer and more of a producer, right? I was listening to Nipsey Hussle yesterday, bro, R.I.P. Nip, brother, and he was just talking about, man, we got to start buying more assets. We got to stop buying these gold chains. These are liabilities. They don't appreciate in value. So we got to learn how to get into this mentality of just producing. 19 Keys has this idea of being pro-consumers or prosumers, where we produce what we consume. And those don't just be consuming. We got to learn how to produce. You know what I'm saying? So, and that takes a certain framework. That takes a certain work. That's a lot of work that we got to do.
Yeah.
And I think when we accept that work that we got to do, it gives us the ability to understand the reality, so that we can go out and do that. How long we got? How long we did?
49 minutes.
49.
I know. I'm always referencing movies, but kind of remind me of this movie called Baby Boy. And the movie, it was a scene where he asked his friend, are you a buyer or are you a seller? Like, you know what I mean? Are you a buyer or you a seller? You look at the world like, you don't want to be you don't want to be a buyer, you want to be a seller. But at the same time, like, the world can't go if it's a bunch of buyers and nobody buying.
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I mean? So it's like,
it won't. People going to buy in general.
People going to buy in general, but like, why I can't be a seller and buy from you? You know what I mean? So like, say if I'm selling shoes and you sell glue, if one of the shoes I'm selling come apart, I could buy glue from you to put it, and you could buy shoes from me. So like, you could be a seller and still buy, but the thing is, everybody's caught up in the buy. Like, and what you're selling doesn't even have to be physical. Like, I could be selling you knowledge. Like, not you buying it, but it's just an exchange. Yeah. Like, I'm getting something from you, but what am I giving you? Where's the is it reciprocal? That's what we need to see. What do you have to give?
My imam was talking about part of the Islamic influence that we got to understand, and we've kind of been psyched out of it, is that we'll go buy it outside of our own community.
Okay.
We wouldn't even buy in our community. We'll go to Kroger, we'll go to Walmart. He was talking about how a certain group of Muslims will be like, this is haram. But those same group of Muslims will be in a car of a kafir. You know what I'm saying? Because these cars ain't produced by the Muslims. It's produced by other people that probably don't even believe in God. They'd be the same people that give their money to the kafirs. That they call kafirs. I don't necessarily just call people kafirs, right? So there has to be, there's an inconsistency there. And we got to learn how to be a little bit more consistent. It died.
It's
Oh, yeah, that's cool. So we just gonna end it like that. So no, we're gonna continue, and I'm gonna end it. So we gotta learn how to build community, stay within our community, and we gotta learn how to. We gotta teach each other business. We gotta teach each other knowledge, and we gotta come in circles. Like that's what they did back in the day. They came in circles. So we have to find a way to just bring it in. Because who actually knows their neighbor? You talking to your neighbors? How they doing? What kind of services do they have?
Back in the day, you did.
You knew.
You knew neighbors. You knew. Man.
And that's scripture. Love thy neighbor. Mm-hmm. That's scripture, bro. Mm-hmm. So that we got to get back to these simple roots. We going to end it right here, y'all.